So ideally, because it's soundproof, you're gonna feel like you're just a brain. You're just a brain.
Wow. This is crazy. I have lost all of my sensation. What the? I can't tell like what is up, what is down.
Have you ever wanted to feel like you're floating away from all of life's problems? Like the stress is just leaving your body? Well, I can't help you with that. I think that the closest that you can get to it is a sensory deprivation tank. My name is Shanie Smash, and in this episode of Smash or Pass, we're going to learn all about sensory deprivation tanks. What is it? How does it help you train or recover? And most importantly, is it worth it? We're gonna find out. Let's head over there right now. At its very essence, a sensory deprivation tank is kind of what it sounds like. You float in a pool of salt water and your body has a hard time identifying that you're floating to begin with. Because of the salt content, your body becomes buoyant and it floats to the top. Today, we are at Newport Float Therapy in Costa Mesa. We're gonna head inside and have a chat with Tal, and he's gonna answer all the questions that we have about float therapy. Come on, let's go. So, Tal, I'm gonna be completely transparent with you. This is something that I have never done before and that I know very little about. So can you kind of fill me in?
Yeah.
All about float therapy?
So this is Newport Float. What we have here are sensory deprivation tanks. They're filled with water that's heated to 94 degrees. It has about 1,200 pounds of salt in it, so you're super buoyant. The reason it's heated to 94 degrees is so once you're perfectly still in there, you're not supposed to feel the water, the air, or your body. So ideally, because it's soundproof, you're gonna feel like you're just a brain. And when that happens, your brain goes into theta brain waves, which helps reduce anxiety, and the epsom salt's super good for your muscles.
I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not claustrophobic or anything, but as soon as you said soundproof, I don't know, I got a little flutter in my heart. So what type of people go in? Who's this recommended for? And what's the frequency that you would want to use this?
We have quite a few bodybuilders that go in there for recovery, older crowds that come in here for joint pain, things like that. People that are super stressed out with work, businessmen, businesswomen, things like that, they come in here. They get an hour away from everything, and that seems to really decompress their lives.
I feel like this is going to be a challenge for me because I am on the go, go, go all the time. And for me, my meditation is physically exhausting my body, and then my brain kind of follows. So this should be really interesting.
It should be, and it kind of forces you to get to that state, right? Yeah. You have nothing to look at, nothing to hear, nothing to feel. So it kind of pushes you and it helps you to get into that state, whether you want to or not. As soon as you step in there, it's gonna say, hey, you have no other option, relax.
I do have a personal question. So I'm like a total weirdo, bit of a germaphobe.
Okay.
How do you guys sanitize or keep it clean if there's multiple people going in and out of the tank?
So that's one of my favorite questions so far, because I am pretty proud of our cleaning system. The water cycles through 2 1-micron filters, plus all the salt that's in the tank. There is nothing that can survive all that salt, but all that filtration does, it does 100% contaminant-free water, 99.9% kill log, and all of our filtration systems are NSF certified.
Cool. Well, that
So nothing to worry about.
Makes me feel better. You also mentioned an infrared sauna. So we are gonna have a whole nother experience where I go do the infrared sauna, and we'll get into the details and the nitty-gritty of that in a further episode. But you're putting me in one today as well?
Correct. So the reason why I like coupling the infrared sauna with the float tanks is obviously when you're sweating in a sauna, that's due to your pores opening up. When your pores open up in the sauna and then you hop into the tank, your body accepts a lot more magnesium. So the benefits of the epsom salt right after the sauna is a little bit heightened compared to if you were to just hop into the float tank. So it's kind of that extra step in recovery. So let's go take a look at the tanks. I'll show you how it works, what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do, and we'll get right to it.
Okay, let's go. I'm excited.
Alright, so what this type of tank is a float chamber. These are made by Float Lab, which is kind of the pioneer, the guy that came up with these. These are the cleanest tanks you can get. These are the largest tanks you can get. And these do differ from the pod style tanks. The pod style tanks are a little bit more welcoming because they do have ambient lighting and an option to play music. This is more bare bones sensory deprivation. First things first, when you enter the room, is figure out what you want to do. Everything on this rack is completely optional. And then this is the tank itself. Wow. So when you're in there, you're going to be laying with your head on this side, closest to the door. It's a little bit warm. Now your finger's going to be super salty when it dries up. Like I said, you are super buoyant when you're inside the tank. So if you find that your toes or your fingertips are touching either edge, you're going to want to just acknowledge that but ignore it.
Okay.
If you do push off, you're just going to endlessly bounce back and forth.
Yeah.
So just ignore it. Eventually the water will center you. And then when you do come out, in case you bring any of this stuff in there with you, make sure you bring it out with you. Shut the door all the way, shower, and you're all good to go.
All right, here we go. So I'm gonna go get changed, hop into the sauna, and then transition into the tank. Oh my gosh, that feels so amazing. Can you guys see? I am completely drenched. This is actually something that I've done quite a bit, especially when I used to cut weight. I would go in the sauna after every workout and just, it's so good for detoxification, but I'm feeling a little thirsty. Oh, that cold air feels so good, so refreshing. Next, we are going to get in that tank for a full hour. I'm gonna be completely offline. All right, here we go. I'll see you guys in an hour. Whew, wish me luck.
Oh, hey, you can kind of see me. This is crazy. All right, I'm gonna lay down. Woo, that was the door shutting. Whoa. Oh my gosh, this is the craziest sensation because I just got in the water and my body came all the way to the top. I'm floating. This is crazy. I have lost all of my sensation. What the? I can't tell like what is up, what is down. Feels kind of good. It's enveloping me, especially after all my hard training all week. My shoulders get super sore and I just feel like I'm floating on a pillow. It's really, really comforting. Yeah, I can see why people would want to do this. This is really relaxing. But I just got in here. So let's see if I still feel the same way after time has passed.
1 hour later.
Yes. Oh yeah. Ooh, crazy. Oh, hey guys. Wow, that was an experience. Ooh. Need a towel. It's like stinging. Well, it definitely didn't feel like an hour went by. I don't know if I went to sleep or if I was just so relaxed. It was weird. But yeah, usually an hour seems like a long time, no matter what I'm doing. Even sometimes when I'm getting a massage, I'm still thinking about all the other stuff, and I was able to just kind of float away. And for me, that's really hard to do because I have 10 million things on my mind all at once. So it was nice. So I'm gonna rinse off real quick. I'm very salty, and then we're gonna wrap this thing up. Okay, so I've had a few minutes to kind of get myself together. That was really a wild experience. I would definitely recommend this for someone who loves alone time but can't really get any, like a parent or someone like that, for example. You kind of succumb to the complete darkness, and it's really just you in there. I haven't really had any time like that. This is the closest that I've gotten to it, but it was obviously a lot more intense because you're literally floating. It's hard to tell which direction you're going. I felt like I was spinning. What surprised me the most was how much I actually liked it. From the perspective of a professional athlete or someone that has a very high performance level, I can definitely see how this would help with recovery.
100% could see myself implementing this into my recovery as something that I don't take lightly. If I don't recover properly, I fall apart, and this is my profession and my job, and I will not be able to perform. If you're looking for a great way to recover, get some alone time, relax, meditate, all of the above, I highly, highly recommend trying out a float tank. Smash or pass? This is a smash. So, what should I try next? I want you to tell me, give me some ideas of what I'm gonna do on my next smash or pass, and you can ride along for the journey. If you wanna see some more videos like this one, make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you so much, Newport Float, for having me today. I'll see you guys in my next one. Mwah!